Hi, this is Rhonda Rawlings, News and Community Affairs Director for 1073 JAMS, and I have the pleasure of being here today with Representative Leola Robinson Simpson. How are you?
Doing fine, doing fine. Hope you are.
Great, I'm doing great.
Good,
Now,
good.
Representative, this is your first term in
My
office.
first term.
You have been a member of the school board. You founded the Center for Education Equity right here in Greenville. Talk a little bit about why you are seeking reelection.
We are facing some extremely serious times in Columbia, in fact, all over this country. And experienced leadership is so very important. We need people in government who at least have some semblance of experience in governance. We need people who have a strong knowledge base, but most importantly, when you talk about going down to Columbia, it's serious business. And we need individuals who go there, who have the experience to work both sides of the aisle in order to get things done. Otherwise, it's all a loss. We need people who can go to Columbia and hit the ground running when it comes to confronting and passing legislation that we need in our community. It's not for the faint of heart. And for that very reason, I am offering myself for reelection. So Greenville County, and most importantly, District 25 will have the level of representation that it deserves.
Okay. Talk about the two most important issues for you in this campaign.
Well, the two most important issues for me are number one, health care, the other is education. There are many, many issues facing us in Columbia, but when you look at the number of our people who are sick right now with no health coverage, when you look at our seniors and others who have more prescriptions than they can fill, then that mandates our having someone in Columbia who can fight the good fight when it comes down to Medicaid expansion, when it comes down to providing the coverage that we fought so hard for 2 years ago and were denied. And that's why we need to get out and vote this election, and hopefully we can bring about a change in the State House, because it was that State House that prevented much of that legislation from being passed. We owe it to our families, we owe it to our community, we owe it to our neighbors to get out and vote this election and bring new leadership into the State House that will pass the legislation that we need.
Okay, well, that was my next question, was encourage our residents to go out and vote, so you already answered that. Now talk directly to our listeners, although you've answered a lot of these
All
questions
right.
already in your talking, but
Okay.
talk directly to our listeners about why you feel they should vote for you. Election day is right around the corner.
Well, again, I am the most experienced, of course, person on the ballot in the race for District 25. And I answered that already when I talked in terms of our needing individuals who have experience. I spent 10 years working in various community-based organizations, and I spent 16 years on the Greenville County School Board. And when I was on the Greenville County School Board, most of you know that I was an acknowledged fighter for our students, for the needs of our schools, for the needs even of our teachers. And because of that, I was able to gain the experience that will come in so handy in Columbia in this upcoming term.
Okay, tell us how our listeners can find out more information about you. Is there a website that they can go to?
Yes, I do. I have a website, and that website is Leola RobinsonSimpson.com. Just go to www.leolarabinsonsimpson.com, and you will find out all you need about me, my background, my past experience, and most importantly, the fact that I am someone that people in the community know from historical experience will fight for them, will work for them in Columbia, as I've done right here in Greenville. I'll also add that knowledge is also very important, and I'm a native Greenvillian, grew up right here in Greenville. I graduated from the historic legendary Sterling High School in Greenville. After high school, I went on to college on a 4-year scholarship to Shaw University in Raleigh. And when that school went bankrupt my freshman year, I worked my way through college at the City University of New York, earning a bachelor's degree, and I later earned a master's degree at Furman University. I earned a graduate certificate in public policy, which is extremely helpful at Brandeis University in Boston.
Wow.
And I've taken doctoral level classes at Clemson. All of that has thoroughly prepared me to be a wonderful representative for the people of District 25, because you can't fake it when you go to Columbia. You really have to know the details of the legislation that is being proposed, and have the ability to do the research and to make the alliances needed to get that legislation passed. So that's what I'm about. I'm Leola Robinson Simpson. I'm running. I ask you to re-elect me, but most importantly, I ask you to put down whatever you're doing and go vote absentee before Election Day. That will be extremely important. We've got to change the leadership in South Carolina. And to do that, we have to register our people to vote. And once we've registered them, we have to turn out the vote. And so I just appeal to everyone to go out and vote absentee. There's still time. There are extended hours on tomorrow where...
Well, the video may run a little bit longer, so we don't want to talk about dates.
Okay.
But definitely you can go out and you can participate in absentee balloting up until 5 p.m. on Monday, the day before Election Day. So you can definitely do that. There's up to 15 reasons why you would be eligible to vote by absentee ballot. So most will be eligible to vote by absentee. I did it already. If you're working on November 4th Election Day, you can definitely vote by absentee. If you're 65 years and older, if you're disabled, if you're going to be on vacation on Election Day, you can vote by absentee ballot. But log on to 1073jams.com and click on the Get Out the Vote link, and that will give you a full list of reasons. This is Rhonda Rawlings. So honored to have you here with us today, Representative Leola Robinson Simpson.
Just a pleasure to be here.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.